and welcome to FinextraTV. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here at Sibos 2019 in London. Kindly joining me now in the studio is Peter Cronin, Head of Business Development for Europe for EPAM. Hello Peter, thank you very much for joining us.
Nice to be here again, yes.
It's lovely to have you. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the neobanking sector, which is really flourishing. Can you tell us how is it developing?
Yeah, so neobanks or startup banks, digital banks are popping up all over the place. They're happening in every country, they're happening in every type of financial services, and I think that neobanks are going to continue growing, but one of their big issues is, one is finding funding, to find the money, and number two, finding their client segment that really is going to adopt what their service is to offer. And let's not forget that the sort of standard banks, the normal older-fashioned banks, they're also building neo or digital banks to service their clients, so that their clients feel that they have a digital offering, although behind they still have this big bank. I think whether digital or neo banking will take off or not is depending on the human being. Who backs up when a payment doesn't get made or something doesn't happen on a neobank? Who's behind it? Who's going to give me my money back? And I think that's going to be a big question people will ask.
And of course, one of the core services it offers is access to instant payments. How do they build on this and aggregate services?
Yeah, so I think access payments has to be a given in neobanks. You kind of have to assume that when you get this banking app, that payments are instant. And we know that they're not right now. It's quite surprising though, each country is different and it's regulation driven. You look in Asia with WeChat, you can do instant payments over that, whereas in Europe it gets quite difficult and quite cumbersome. So I think that there's a lot of work to be done still. And I think the sort of aggregated services, a lot of these sort of startup digital banks are looking at lifestyle of people. They're looking at servicing someone's life, and that could be how I buy goods, how I mortgage my house, all of these kind of things. So they're trying to adopt all the services for someone's lifestyle, and we know that lifestyle changes as you move around the UK or in any other country. So it's going to be quite a difficult challenge for them.
All right, it is this dependent on partnering within the cloud environment, but also can you tell us how will this evolve?
Yeah, so I think partnering is critical. With all of the APIs that we have nowadays, actually APIing to the partner network is critical. Without that, you won't succeed. And I think that that's not open to everybody. So partnering is quite difficult, and the neobanks that achieve the most partners will, I think, succeed the best. Now, whether it goes to cloud or not, that's going to be the question. Cloud 5 years ago was, whoa, what is cloud, right? This thing's up in the sky and it's not very safe. Things are changing now. So again, we're adopting what cloud really is. And I think that a lot of it will go to the cloud in future. So absolutely, a big partner network and in the cloud would be the right way to do it.
And of course, the focus is on frictionless financial services and enhanced customer experience. How do you think this will be achieved in the future?
Oh dear, if I knew that, I'd be making lots more money. I think that it's never frictionless. I have examples now where I use online banking and I go and buy something on a shop and I have to use another app to authenticate myself. So when regulations are put in place, while there's still this risk of cyber attacks, it's not frictionless, So people are worrying, but I think the user centricity and actually understanding what the customer wants is critical, and most of these neobanks are starting off with that journey. What do my clients want? How do I interact with them? How many clicks does it take them to do this? And I think lots of them are starting there and then moving on to what services they offer later. So I think both of those things are very, very, very critical, but I'd love to see a neobank come and make it non-frictionless. I haven't seen it yet.
So watch this space, I think it's safe to say.
Let's hope so. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Peter, thank you very much for sharing insights. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.